Hey folks, welcome back to the Heart of Horsemanship show and podcast. I'm Colton Woods, and I'm super excited to be bringing y'all your Monday morning motivation this week. Guys, this week I want to talk to you about this time period that we're going through. Many of us are tired of hearing the same old rhetoric over and over and over. But just last night at our family dinner that we have every Sunday, we were talking about the opportunity to use this time to improve ourselves. And honestly, you guys have noticed probably that our podcast has been a bit delayed coming out. Our social media has been a bit slower coming out since this whole COVID-19 thing has come about. And that's simply because my approach to this when it came about was that this is a tremendous opportunity. There was a lot of things that we were already working on our pipeline. And this honestly, it changed, it shifted things, it made certain things uncomfortable, it created a lot of unknowns, but it also opened a window for us to seize the time that we have and utilize this as an opportunity to come out ahead and better prepared on the other side of it. Now, this is a worldwide pandemic, and there's a lot of things that are going on that we could perceive as negative. And there are certainly a lot of sad things. There are people that are passing away. There are many lives that are being impacted financially, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, like I just said. And that doesn't mean that we don't have to have sympathy for those individuals and the fact that we may not need to take some action to help out those people in need at those certain times, because there's a lot of strain. There's strain on our business. There's strain on my friends' businesses, families' businesses. And it all the way goes around. And that also impacts people. Just like I said, it impacts us mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually. But this also is a phenomenal opportunity for us to then strengthen ourselves in those same ways. How were we a little bit unprepared when this situation came out? Were we not equipped financially? Could we be a little more mentally strong, physically strong, emotionally strong, spiritually strong? We can use this time. A lot of people have a lot of time at home right now because of, unfortunately, we're not able to work. Some of us are very fortunate that we are able to at least do as much as we can with our jobs. And we have to keep in mind that what we can use this time to strengthen ourselves, to make ourselves better, to come up with new ideas, to spend time doing things that we wouldn't normally get to do. A lot of folks that have kids, you're getting to spend maybe a little extra time than you'd really like to with them. But in all reality, it's time that you really wouldn't get to spend with them otherwise. There's things that we're being challenged. I know there's parents out there that are having to essentially homeschool their kids. That's a challenge. But what can we learn in the process? What can we take away from this? And this time will pass at some point. There's speculation that it might return come the fall or the winter. As followers of our content, guys, I want to ask you, what are you doing to be in a better position if this resurfaces and if businesses have to shut down again, if we have to do more of a stay-at-home type deal that's going on across the country? Like, what are you going to do to make sure that you are better off the next time? Because it's, the first time around, not many people saw it really coming other than when it was kind of starting to circulate around the world. But if it happens again and we're not prepared, that's on our shoulders really, because we could have learned from the first time around. We could have learned from this opportunity, and we could actually come out better ahead on the end of this opportunity if we take the time to dive into ourselves. And that is exactly why I've been pretty quiet with the podcast and on social media, because I've been spending a lot of time reflecting on and working really hard to see what we can do on our end to better serve our clients, to better serve our future clients, to set up a more sustainable business model that'll serve us in sight of what could end up happening down the road, how things will change. Things will go back to somewhat of a normal, but people are experiencing things that they've never experienced before. Companies are experiencing things that they've never experienced before. There will be long-term changes from this that will affect our everyday lives, some more than others. And, that change, some people are like, oh my gosh, no, that's not good. Actually, it could be really good. There's going to be a lot of innovation. There's going to be a lot of camaraderie, a lot of coming together that comes out of this entire situation. And we have to keep in mind that with these new times comes new changes, which comes new innovation, which comes new opportunities, and that there's a lot of good that can come out of this. That doesn't mean that we just bypass and forget about all the other stuff. We still need to be mindful of our neighbors. Still need to be mindful of our families and making sure we're not putting people in jeopardy with this situation. And we need to listen to some of the health officials, but we also need to remember that this is something we were talking about last night at our family dinner, is that our bodies are super well equipped to take care of themselves. And a lot of us that are experiencing pain or experiencing some kind of health illness, this is a great time to dive in and figure out what you can do to better serve your body, to better prepare your immune system, and all those neural networks in our bodies and our mind and all of these things, that it gets our hormones back in better regulation, that gets our body really opening up different receptors and all these sorts of things. There's a tremendous opportunity to be able to, how would I put this? There's a tremendous opportunity to be able to optimize our body in the way that it works right now. And that could be simply, we're really blessed. It's a nice cool morning here, and we could be getting ready to go for a walk. You could get ready to exercise a couple times a day. And exercise is all relative to what you normally do. And then you can make sure, hey, how are we eating? Because right now, especially early on with this whole situation, the best food for you was all the food that was left, which we were super happy about, because everyone bought all the junk food and stashed it away. And we got there and all the vegetables were there and all the whole grain stuff was there. And I'm like, heck yeah, like we're fine because no one's buying the good stuff that's actually going to serve your body. That's actually going to serve your immune system. That's going to serve your hormones, to serve all those elements in your body, to take care of it, to feed your body, to be healthier. And so guys, take this time and utilize it as an opportunity. I understand many of you that might be listening to this are going through a tough time. I understand many of our clients are going through a tough time. And we, on a company side, fortunately, we're somewhat prepared, but at the same time, it does put strain on us. And we start to wonder, hey, how long can this go on? How long can we sustain this before we have to make some major changes? But also at the same time, don't get bogged down with the unknowns. The unknowns are the unknowns. There's going to be, every day we experience unknowns in our lives. But if we constantly worry about those certain things, that doesn't mean don't pay attention to them, but if we constantly worry about them, those things that we're worried about will become our reality, versus utilize and focus on this as an opportunity to do some things you normally wouldn't get to do with family and friends, social distancing, keep that in mind, right, guys? So, but to be able to take this as an opportunity, whether you own your own business, you work for some other company, maybe this is a great time to make some changes in your life professionally. There's going to be a lot of opportunities. I mean, they're talking about unemployment skyrocketing, which also means that there's tremendous opportunity for people in the workplace. Just because, there's going to be a lot of layoffs. People are experiencing that, and I definitely feel for those people. But at the same time, that's a great opportunity for folks to then re-step back into the marketplace in a new realm, in a new way, and really get their feet set somewhere and really learn something about themselves. I do think all this stuff happens for a reason, but what you put in is what you get out, guys. So make sure that you're utilizing this challenging time as a very great opportunity to optimize your body, optimize your mind, optimize your emotional skills, optimize your spiritual side of your life, and really dive in and make the most of it. So we hope you guys have a blessed week. We hope you guys enjoy this beautiful weather. My cat is trying to make an appearance in the video. As you can see, she's been darting in and out here. But anyway, guys, we hope you guys have an absolute blessed week with everything. And we appreciate you tuning into the Heart of Horsemanship show and podcast. Now, y'all go out there and make the most of it. Take care, guys.